The abbreviation PR is widely used. They say he has good PR, it's clearly black PR, this naughty PR people. Public relations mean communication or relations with public. The question is who builds these relations and why. A businessman, a politician, an artist, a company, or a state can be the subject of communication. The object of communication is the target audience we want to influence, or the group that the subject depends on. For example, investors, clients, partners, competitors, journalists, and bloggers, state authorities, etc. The idea of communication is to inform, to convince, and to influence people. These are the core words in public relations. The result of communication is to have mutually profitable relations and non-material assets. I'll cover non-material assets later. Now let's go back to the very beginning. There is a stereotype that PR appeared in the USA. Frank Jeffkins, an expert in PR, advertising and marketing, once said, "The Americans invented Coca-Cola, Mickey Mouse and Hollywood, but not public relations." Public relations are the process of organized communication. So PR is as old as communication itself. Then it wasn't called PR, but it existed anyway. The history of PR began with prosperity of civilizations such as Babylon, ancient Greece and Rome, but not the USA. For example, archaeologists found the mortar vote for Caesar. The subject of communication is the prayer. The target audience is the voters. The tactics is the slogan. The aim is to convince and to call to action. In the ancient and medieval times, people actually used PR tactics, but they did not realize it. The myth of heaven-born governors helped to keep the throne. Greatness and wisdom of a governor were undoubted. Graffiti, slogans, speeches, events, marches and symbols are PR tools. What helped PR to appear? Need for mass communication. Public institutions replace local settlements. Technical progress, appearance of Gutenberg's printing press, and further development of means of communication. Appearance of mass manufacturing. Manufacturers were more concerned with how to sell products than how to produce them. Who created the term public relations? There are two versions. The first one is that Thomas Jefferson called a state of a thought as relations with public when he addressed the Congress in 1807. The second one is that Dorman Eaton, a lawyer, used this term in 1882 when he encouraged Yale University graduates to serve the public benefit. Edward Bernays, Freud's nephew and a PR specialist, is considered to bring this term into general use. He was the first in the history of the USA to have lectured the course on PR and to have published the first books on this profession. Answer the question, what would you choose? One of the best universities or an unknown college? An airline with flight delays or without? A restaurant with good or bad references? You'll definitely choose the company with reputational capital. The main aim of PR is to create and manage a reputation. I'll tell you a story. A man bought a Rolls-Royce. He drove 100 miles and got a call from the company. "We are sorry, but your car has no engine. We will come and fix it." And how did I drive 100 miles then? It's because of our reputation. Do you remember non-material assets I mentioned at the beginning? Here they are. A reputation is the final point. And what is the starting point? Building a reputation is a long and consistent process. It starts from name recognition or brand awareness, and then it depends on a PR professional where this will lead to. This process can be presented as follows: fame, popularity, being in demand, dedication, public opinion, an image, a reputation. An image and a reputation are the common material assets that determine the value of a company or a person. But they are different. For example, he had the image of a stylish man, but he had the reputation of a generous person. An image is an art to manage an impression. The impression of something or somebody is formed here and now due to visual features. The reputation is an opinion about qualities, advantages and disadvantages, and it determines an attitude to a person or a company. How much is reputation? There is no definite answer. Here's an example. Some years ago, a prominent business newspaper published an article. It said a bank had some problems, and soon hundreds of its clients wanted to withdraw their money. The bank sued the newspaper and claimed $11 million. The court granted the claim. However, the amount was decreased to $1 million later on. What technologies are used by PR specialists? There is no unified ranking of tools. Let's consider some of them. A news break is the information or the news that is of interest to the target audience. A company can initiate it itself or use some in the field. In the first case, you should remember the rule of Charles Anderson Dane, New York publisher. It's not news if a dog bites a man. It's news if a man bites a dog. One of the cheapest tools of promotion is a scandal. It's caused by breaking usual standards and moral and ethic principles. So it always draws public attention and gets it involved. Tools of the scandal are epatage, a provocation, a conflict. Using the scandal, the subject can draw or withdraw attention, create an image, hurt a reputation, promote a product or a service. Rumors were means of communication and news spread from the ancient times. A rumor is a process of information circulation that is neither confirmed nor contradicted. So the rumor creates an intrigue. An expert's comment is an opinion of a third person that is always reportedly fair. The expert has profound knowledge and experience in the field, and he can be positioned as a professional and independent person. You can get completely different results if you interpret facts differently. The company will choose those experts who have the same opinion as the company, and we will never know how the experts were chosen. Rankings provide a company with a chance to remind of itself. Being ranked on a regular basis enables the company to represent itself as successful, stable, and developing entity. Special events are a universal technology that helps to solve some communication tasks at once. There are various events. For example, for journalists, a press tour, a briefing, a press launch, a press conference. For staff, corporate workshops, parties, contests. For customers, a presentation, a tasting and promo campaigns. For partners, industry conferences, round tables, etc. A public statement is the message that is used to explain something or to state. Sometimes statements of PR subjects are discussed on TV programs. A version is one of the most important PR technologies, especially in the course of anti-crisis communications. If you manage to release a favorable version, you have a chance to control the information field. Photos and videos are visual technologies. They are basically meant to create an image of a person and public opinion. A cover photo, a shooting, and essay or a scene help to create the image. Public opinion is often formed with the help of the photos that need no further commentary. Public relations is communication. Its main tool is information. With the help of information and different technologies, we create and code the message that influence the target audience. First of all, PR affects the audience motives and so calls it to action. Here are the major tasks for PR professionals: to analyze and to form public opinion on different issues, to build efficient communication with all the groups that are important for company success. For example, journalists, bloggers, clients, partners, competitors, investors, state authorities. To forecast and to manage reputational risks. To change the audience opinion, attitude, and behavior. To create and to maintain the image. To promote products, services, ideas. Who are PR people? And what bounds are they ready to overstep? Every medal has its reverse. Antecedent interpretation, lies, misleading are the reverse of PR. PR is often called the art of a beautiful lie, and PR specialists are considered as immoral and cynical. They call it black PR, when negative technologies are used and moral and ethic standards are broken. White PR is the opposite. Gray PR goes somewhere in between. These types are not quite correct. You should not call it public relations. Moral and ethic standards are determined by every specialist himself or herself. The question is if he or she is ready to overstep these bounds. I would say the qualities of perfect PR professional: logical thinking, sense of humor, ability to ask a proper question at a proper moment and find out information, stress-resistant, correct speech, ability not to be surprised with anything, optimism to believe in high KPIs in any situation. I always say at the end of my lectures, if you love what you are doing, you are meant for success.